Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're cutting through the noise to unravel something critical in our digital lives. How artificial intelligence is stepping onto the front lines of cybersecurity and digital forensics.
Yeah.
We've just finished a comprehensive deep dive into the recently published book, Digital Defense, Harnessing the Power of Artificial Intelligence for Cybersecurity and Digital Forensics. And trust me, it's packed with crucial insights you'll want to hear.
It really is. This deep dive is truly all about understanding how AI is not just, a new tool, but a fundamental shift.
Real shift.
A fundamental shift in how we protect our digital world from the largest corporations right down to your personal devices. It's a profound change.
Exactly. So our mission today is basically to extract the most impactful nuggets of knowledge from this cutting-edge research. So you can walk away well-informed about the invisible war happening right now in cyberspace and, well, how AI is shaping its future. Okay, let's unpack this.
Do it.
So the book immediately highlights a pretty stark reality. Cyber attacks aren't just isolated incidents anymore.
No, not at all.
They've evolved into incredibly sophisticated, coordinated efforts, things capable of disrupting entire industries and even governments. It's a whole new ballgame out there.
You're absolutely right. Traditional security measures are, frankly, struggling to keep pace.
Really struggling.
Malicious actors are leveraging every technological advancement to their advantage, making their methods more cunning, more pervasive than ever before. And this is where AI presents both, immense new challenges and unprecedented opportunities. It's absolutely redefining how we protect and investigate the digital world.
So, if the game has changed, what does that actually mean for the specific kinds of threats we're up against? I mean, the research breaks down some common ones, but with a focus on their complexity now.
Right.
We're all familiar with malware, right? That malicious software like spyware, ransomware, viruses, worms.
The usual suspect.
Exactly, the usual suspects that infiltrate systems to damage or steal info. But what's really eye-opening is the sheer volume and, I guess, the sophistication now.
And that sophistication, it extends right into phishing. These aren't just your obvious scam emails anymore.
No way.
They're deceptive messages, often appearing totally legitimate, with malicious links or attachments leading to malware or tricking you into giving up sensitive info. But then you have spear phishing.
Which is even scarier.
Oh, it takes it to a chilling new level. It specifically targets privileged users, think system admins, high-ranking executives with personalized, highly convincing messages. Really hard to spot sometimes.
And then there are those man-in-the-middle attacks, MIM attacks, where attackers silently place themselves between two communicating parties.
Like an invisible eavesdropper.
Exactly. To intercept, manipulate, or just listen in on communications, stealing sensitive data without either side even realizing. It's quite insidious.
And it's getting alarmingly complex. The book cites this cyber threats report. Apparently, email-based phishing attacks saw a staggering 464% rise in the first half of 2023 compared to 2022.
464%.
Yeah, and attacks per organization went up by 24%. That's not just an increase, it's an explosion. It shows a dramatic escalation in both volume and sophistication.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting and, frankly, a bit terrifying. The emergence of deepfake technology.
Oh, yeah.
We saw that real-world example recently, didn't we? Where scammers used a very realistic digital avatar of a CFO.
The Hong Kong case.
Right, the Hong Kong company, to convince an employee to transfer $25 million. It's just mind-boggling.
It is.
And it shows how deepfakes are giving this new horrifying life to social engineering attacks, making them almost impossible to detect with the human eye.
Which brings us right to the fundamental question the book tackles head-on. How can we possibly protect ourselves when the threats are so advanced, so convincing, so pervasive?
What do we do?
Well, the authors make a really strong case that AI has emerged as a truly transformative technology. It offers innovative solutions to enhance the effectiveness, the efficiency of cybersecurity practices. It's positioned as our unseen guardian, kind of working behind the scenes.
An unseen guardian. I like that. So the core role of AI in cybersecurity, according to the research, is basically its ability to crunch these vast data sets at speeds no human could ever manage, right?
Precisely.
Identifying patterns and anomalies that even the most seasoned human experts might just miss.
Exactly. And it's not just about reacting, it's about getting ahead of them. Almost like predicting the future of cyber attacks.
Predicting. How?
Well, this proactive defense is absolutely critical. AI systems, especially machine learning algorithms, can actually anticipate potential vulnerabilities and attack patterns.
Like a weather forecast.
Kind of, yeah. Think of it like a weather forecast for cyber attacks. AI looks at all the past digital storms and patterns to predict where the next one might hit, allowing organizations to, preemptively fortify their defenses.
Yeah.
This involves things like predictive analysis,
Right.
where AI assesses historical data to foresee future risks, spot vulnerabilities, monitor threat intelligence from places like dark web forums, and even anticipating insider threats through user behavior analytics.
And speaking of that, how does user behavior analytics, UBA, actually work? Is it like constantly watching us?
Not watching us in a creepy way, hopefully. It's more about establishing baselines of normal behavior for users and systems.
Okay, so what's normal?
Exactly. What does normal activity look like for this user on this system at this time? Then the AI can identify deviations from that normal baseline.
Deviation.
Which might indicate unauthorized access or malicious activities. This significantly enhances detection accuracy and, importantly, reduces those annoying false positives we all hate.
Yeah, those are a pain.
It's really about recognizing what doesn't belong.
That's incredible that AI can predict attacks, but can it actually do anything about them? Like, I'm picturing AI autonomously shutting things down. Is that realistic?
That's a fantastic point, and yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
AI-driven tools are truly revolutionizing how organizations mitigate cyber risks. They automate incident response.
So, automatic response.
Ensuring rapid and efficient reactions. Imagine an AI detecting a breach and then, in milliseconds, isolating the affected system to prevent spread.
Wow.
Or automatically patching a newly discovered vulnerability before it can be exploited. They also automate vulnerability assessment, investigating IT infrastructure, apps, devices to identify and rank security threats.
So it helps prioritize.
Exactly. Helps organizations avert intrusions proactively by tackling the biggest risks first.
Okay, but what about one of the biggest challenges? Zero-day threats. Those unknown vulnerabilities, the flaws nobody knows about yet.
The secret tunnels.
Yeah, the secret tunnel. How does AI tackle something entirely new, completely unexpected?
Right, that's the million-dollar question. The book introduces this concept of the invisible defense for zero-day threats, and it's quite brilliant.
Invisible defense.
Traditional methods,
Right.
like signature-based detection, they're totally useless here because they rely on known attack patterns.
Right, they need a fingerprint.
Exactly.
Yeah.
AI, however, offers a dynamic approach. It analyzes behavior patterns, identifies potential exploits, and adapts to unforeseen challenges in real time. Think of it like this.
Okay.
Dynamic anomaly detection. AI constantly monitors network traffic for abnormal patterns. Even if it's a completely new attack type, if it behaves abnormally, AI flags it and can isolate affected areas to prevent spread.
So it spots weirdness.
Basically, yeah.
Right.
Then there's behavioral analysis and endpoint security. AI identifies deviations from normal user and system interactions right on your devices. It flags anomalous behavior even without a known signature. It's like teaching the AI what normal looks like so it instantly spots abnormal.
Learning normal. Okay.
And finally, predictive modeling. AI continuously learns from emerging threats globally to anticipate and strengthen defenses against potential zero-day vulnerabilities, almost predicting where the next tunnel might appear before it's even dug.
Fascinating. Beyond these sort of broad strategies, the research also delves into specific AI techniques, right? Things revolutionizing different parts of digital defense.
It does. For instance, intrusion detection systems, or IDS. These monitor networks or individual hosts for suspicious activity, and they benefit hugely from machine learning and deep learning.
Okay.
And what's particularly insightful is how multi-access edge computing, or MEC, further enhances these IDS systems.
MEC, how does that help?
By processing data closer to the source, like IoT devices. This reduces latency, the delay,
Great, speeds things up.
and makes real-time threat detection truly possible. This is especially crucial for the vast and, frankly, increasingly vulnerable IoT landscape, where every millisecond counts.
And for that real-time detection, the book points to a specific type of AI, doesn't it? These 1D convolutional neural networks, 1D CNNs.
That's right.
Think of them as the finely tuned, high-speed sensors of the AI world, good at spotting patterns in streaming data.
Exactly. They're particularly good for that, making them incredibly efficient and fast for real-time intrusion detection, often faster and less computationally expensive than other deep learning models for these specific tasks.
That's a key detail for anyone focused on practical applications, I guess.
Indeed. And then there's botnet host detection. with the explosion of IoT devices.
Smart toasters attacking banks.
Well, potentially. Botnets are a serious, pervasive threat. The research discusses how advanced machine learning and deep learning techniques are being used to enhance detection.
How so?
Well, things like leveraging balanced data sets to minimize bias, because bias in AI can be a huge problem. And to make sense of that overwhelming flood of network traffic data, they employ techniques like principal component analysis, or PCA.
PCA, like a filter.
Yeah, imagine PCA as a brilliant filter. It sifts through a massive pile of complex information to pull out only the most crucial, most telling signals. It makes it much easier for the AI to spot the hidden dangers within all that noise.
So it's really not just about throwing AI at the problem.
No, definitely not.
It's about applying the right kind of AI with the right techniques to handle the specific data and the specific threat.
Precisely. It's about smart application.
But as amazing as all this sounds, the research is very clear that AI is, well, a double-edged sword. There are significant challenges here.
Absolutely. A major concern, and this is where it gets really complex, is adversarial AI.
Adversarial AI.
Yeah, malicious actors are getting increasingly adept at creating attacks specifically designed to evade AI detection.
To fool the AI.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Picture a cyber attacker intentionally feeding slightly distorted data to an AI system, tweaking it just enough to fool the AI into thinking a malicious file is harmless, or maybe making a deepfake seem utterly real to an AI detector.
Wow.
It's becoming a game of AI versus AI deception.
So the very AI we build to defend us can actually be manipulated. That sounds like a whole new level of cyber warfare.
You've hit on a critical challenge. AI models are vulnerable to these adversarial attacks. Attackers can manipulate the system by injecting malicious data or exploiting vulnerabilities in the AI algorithms themselves.
Oof. What else?
Well, other challenges highlighted include false positives and negatives. AI models can mistakenly flag normal activities as threats. That's a false positive.
Annoying.
Very. Or, even worse, overlook actual zero-day threats, a false negative. That could be catastrophic.
Yeah.
There's also limited historical data. Zero-day threats, by definition, are new. So AI systems that rely heavily on past patterns can struggle with them initially.
Right. No history to learn from.
Exactly. And finally, the sheer complexity and skill gap. Implementing and managing these AI-driven cybersecurity systems requires really specialized skills.
And there aren't enough people.
There's a significant shortage of professionals with expertise in both AI and traditional cybersecurity. It's a tough combination to find.
This leads us neatly into the broader legal and ethical landscape. The authors use this great metaphor, Zeno's paradox.
Yeah, the swift rabbit and the slow tortoise.
The perpetual race between the swift rabbit of tech innovation and the steady, maybe too steady, tortoise of the legal framework. It feels like the law is constantly playing catch-up, doesn't it?
It really does. And it's such a crucial point. As AI becomes more integrated into everything, there's a growing, urgent need for legal frameworks to ensure responsible use and protect individuals' rights.
What are the key concerns there?
Well, several big ones. Privacy concerns, obviously,
Yeah.
especially with IoT devices collecting vast amounts of personal data. If that gets exploited, well, it can lead to severe financial, reputational, or even physical security damages.
And laws like GDPR.
Frameworks like GDPR in Europe are critical, but even they often struggle to keep pace with the tech. Then there's algorithmic bias. AI algorithms can inadvertently discriminate against certain groups or perpetuate existing societal biases.
How does that happen in cybersecurity?
Well, imagine an AI system that's trained primarily on data from one demographic group. It might be less effective at detecting threats targeting other groups, or it might disproportionately flag individuals from certain backgrounds as suspicious. It can lead to really unjust outcomes.
That's worrying. And what about understanding how the AI makes its decisions? I've heard that called the black box problem.
Exactly, the black box problem. AI can make incredibly accurate decisions, but often it's completely opaque how it arrived at that conclusion.
Like a gut feeling.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
Like having a brilliant, intuitive detective who solves crimes but can't explain their logic. This lack of transparency makes it incredibly hard to audit, to trust, or even to improve the AI's reasoning, especially in critical cybersecurity situations where you need accountability.
Accountability is key.
Absolutely. And then, inevitably, the automation capabilities of AI also raise concerns about job threats for human cybersecurity professionals. It raises big questions about the future of the workforce in this field.
And how are different places tackling this huge challenge? The book compares approaches in India and the European Union.
Right. While both share common principles, The EU, with its comprehensive GDPR and the proposed Artificial Intelligence Act, has a much more explicit, proactive approach to regulating AI.
More top-down rules.
You could say that. It heavily emphasizes user rights and aims to put clear guardrails in place from the start. India's legal landscape, including its IT Act from 2000, is adapting. There are ongoing efforts like the Personal Data Protection Bill, but it's maybe more reactive.
And the global nature complicates things.
Immensely. Cybercrime doesn't respect borders, so jurisdictional challenges make investigation and prosecution incredibly difficult.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting, almost counterintuitive. The research reveals that these legal and ethical guardrails aren't just about compliance or slowing things down.
No, not at all.
They can actually be a supercharger for AI, right? They found that well-designed regulations can make AI and things like cyber-forensic accounting more effective and trustworthy, not less.
That's right. It fundamentally challenges the idea that rules always stifle innovation. They did a study showing a significant positive link between legal ethical considerations, AI capabilities, and the performance of cyber forensic accounting.
How does that work?
Their findings suggest that effective rules and policies regarding AI management, things like transparency, fairness, data governance, can actually optimize forensic accounting practices. They lead to more robust, more reliable financial investigations when AI is involved.
So regulation isn't just a hurdle.
Exactly. It raises this important question. How can regulation be a catalyst for better, more reliable, more trustworthy AI rather than just a barrier? It's just a fascinating reframe.
Okay, so given how powerful AI is becoming, does that mean humans are eventually going to be phased out of cybersecurity altogether? Is it just going to be AI fighting AI in the future?
Not at all. No, the research emphatically states that over-reliance on AI without human oversight could lead to complacency.
Complacency, okay.
Or worse, it could create new vulnerabilities that AI alone simply can't address. Humans are still absolutely crucial for strategic decision-making, for ethical considerations.
The judgment call.
Exactly, the judgment calls. And for handling completely unforeseen scenarios that AI, with its current limitations, just isn't equipped for. AI augments human capabilities. It certainly doesn't replace them. Think of it as a highly sophisticated co-pilot, not the pilot itself.
A co-pilot, I like that. So strengthening human defenses is still paramount then?
Absolutely critical.
What stands out to you from the research in terms of practical steps, things individuals and organizations can take right now?
One area highlighted is enhanced authentication, as traditional text-based passwords become increasingly vulnerable.
And frankly, a bit of a relic.
Yeah, pretty much. Multi-Factor Authentication, MFA, is no longer a nice-to-have. It's crucial.
FM.
The book explores interesting concepts like multi-level graphical password authentication, using images, patterns, or even gestures.
Graphical passwords, like clicking on pictures.
Sort of, yeah. It offers potentially better memorability, definitely increased resistance to dictionary and brute force attacks, and it significantly expands the search space for attackers. Makes it much harder for them to guess or crack.
So it's not just about typing a password anymore. It could be selecting specific images in an order, maybe drawing a pattern, or even using frames from a video as part of a multi-layer process.
Precisely.
Maybe even with a one-time password thrown on top.
Exactly. Layering these things makes online transactions and account access significantly more secure. It becomes a real headache for cybercriminals.
A good kind of headache for us. Beyond technology, the research also really emphasizes the critical importance of information security awareness tailored for different groups.
Yes, this was a key point. A one-size-fits-all approach to security awareness just doesn't cut it anymore.
Why not?
Because different groups face different risks online, or have different levels of technical understanding, or handle different kinds of sensitive data.
Makes sense.
So the specific online threats faced by, say, women compared to families, or the need for unique training for government employees versus police officers handling sensitive case data. It highlights how crucial it is to tailor the education.
Tailor the message.
Exactly. It's about building a human firewall, but making sure each brick is the right type for its position. Whether it's personalized internet safety education, securing smart home devices for families, comprehensive training for police on securing devices, and recognizing phishing.
Or specific compliance training for government workers.
Right. It's all about fostering vigilance and ensuring everyone understands their specific role in the digital defense posture.
It really sounds like a truly holistic approach is needed then. You need the advanced AI, the smart technology, but you absolutely need continuous human education and vigilance working hand in hand with it.
That's a dynamic dance, absolutely. between innovation and defense, technology, and people.
What an incredible deep dive. It really feels like AI is truly reshaping our digital defenses, doesn't it?
It really is.
From detecting those invisible zero-day threats and stopping sophisticated botnets, to forcing us to tackle these complex ethical and legal questions that arise, AI is undeniably at the forefront of cybersecurity and digital forensics.
And the journey is far from over. The book definitely hints at some exciting future research directions.
Like what?
Oh, things like integrating AI with quantum computing for entirely new defense capabilities. Developing self-healing cyber-physical systems that can actually repair themselves after an attack.
Self-healing systems, wow.
Yeah, and even using blockchain technology for more secure, decentralized threat intelligence sharing. It's clear we're just scratching the surface, really.
It really is a dynamic dance between innovation and defense. So as you, our listener, go about your digital life today, here's something to think about. What is one surprising way AI might already be protecting you without you even knowing it?
Something to ponder. I certainly hope this deep dive has given you a useful shortcut to being well informed about this crucial and ever-evolving field.